Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 11. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
11. Another run for Brown on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Burrow's throw complete there to Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Here's 2nd and 10. This is Brown going up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So now then, the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal.
11.
Burrow now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
On first down, Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
That one's on Quentin Nelson, the all-pro guard.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Handoff up the middle, Hunt.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And they needed to be because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll get it inside the 35. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Burrow on play action.
He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Now Burrow. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Chase Brown
laying himself out in the end zone.
and the Bengals
Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that. Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Now 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. You talk about this Bengals defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
At the Bengals 20-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Colts nothing.
Second and a couple. Off play action. Richardson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Play action. It's Burrow. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 81 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. Now Richardson on the move to his left. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Richardson looking to throw this. His throw caught. About the 5. Touchdown, Colts. Kareem Hunt, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts get a bit closer. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. We talk about mobility in quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And a good run here as he'll run it all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now Brown only lost the football. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Chase Brown with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. McPherson now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Richardson. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing,
Here we go.
this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Burrow will throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now back to throw. That is caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 59 yards.
And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
He's got a man complete. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Bengals. Yoshibas, 75 yards. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Second down, here's Richardson.
That one is caught by Hunt.
Room past the 35.
And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Richardson out of the shotgun. This one into the hands of Will Mallory.
Well, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Richardson yet again.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Richardson on 3rd and short. Swings this out for Hunt. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
14.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll give to Hunt here on the option. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Richardson looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
On third down, here's Richardson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 9-yard line.
On 2, ready?
Now it's Burrow. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
11-90.
Now it's Burrow. They got his man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals had 6 to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching the...
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Another run for Brown on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 63 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Right back to Brown. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Here's a 2nd and 5. Had to give to Brown on the option. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 Palmer. Back.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Brown is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto, and so the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Richardson to throw. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. That complete to Downs. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Richardson. Got his open man. It's Mallory. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This taken in by Downs. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Third and 2. On 3rd down, it's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that
now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Will Mallory, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. Now Richardson. And that one too wide and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Richardson back to throw it. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tied game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
On 2.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Gun. Cut. Cut.
And they take a knee.
On 1, ready?
And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had the